big W coming out of Florida. So by the end of today, you're going to know what's going on. I'm just going to go briefly through 6 different stories here. I'm not going to deep dive any of these, but I'm gonna get these on your radar. But they're gonna get these on your radar. Also, I had a pin explode on me in the car like 10 minutes ago. Y'all pray for me. It's gonna be okay. Buckle up. Here we go. Today's episode is brought to you by nobody. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for every thumbs up. You people in the You People Nation, y'all are awesome. Thank you. All right, huge W coming out of Florida. Governor D has signed permitless carry. Yes, I get it. We don't need the government to allow us to exercise our rights. I get it, believe me. But a step in the right direction that now tips the scales. There's more states in America that are than are not by this point. Call me a little skeptical, call me a little jaded. I don't know. I feel a little weird about it because DeSantis has been so soft on the two-way. Except now we have an election looming that he wants to jump in the middle of, and now suddenly he's going to sign it. So I don't know. It's almost like I don't trust politicians. Still a huge W in Florida, so I can do both. I can be upset on one hand, but also big thumbs up. Next, all right, signed by the governor, West Virginia is now prohibiting, this is really good, using credit card information to track purchases without a warrant of all roodly toodlies. Now, we've been watching this one for about a year, and it's now signed. It's signed in West Virginia. One user on Reddit today said it was the best piece of legislation he's seen in his lifetime because it made sense. I thought that was interesting. Like, this one actually makes sense. If you don't have a warrant, stop tracking. Good news out of West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Next, all right, federal judge, we're going up to Minnesota, has now struck down that Minnesota law that banned 18, 19, and 20-year-olds from obtaining permits to carry. And that's now been struck down. Not a huge surprise. Anytime, other than the 6th Circus Court, anytime federal courts take a look at the two-way wins because it's inarguable. That child-sniffing, dirty old perv always says it's not absolute. Well, sorry, you can say that all you want in front of a microphone. It is absolute. W, another W coming out of Minnesota. All right, an L coming out of Tennessee. If you're in Tennessee, or if you have friends in Tennessee, get this on everybody's radar. Lieutenant Governor McNally has now joined the DNC in favor of red flag nonsense. We knew he didn't believe in constitutional carry. He doesn't like that at all. But he has joined the other side, and they're trying to pass some red flag stuff in Tennessee. If you're here and you're like me, hit your representatives. It is critical. Don't want to spend too long because most of y'all are not in Tennessee. But if you have friends or you're there, jump on this one. The GOA has a really easy send a message form. I'll link to it right down below. It's important. Next, okay, coming out of Sky News in greatest shock of the universe, Sky News says this: the Chinese spy balloon that flew over the U.S. gathered intelligence from sensitive military sites. Figure 8 patterns, collecting information, despite efforts by that dirty old man's administration to stop it from doing so. What efforts? A press conference? This is also, this is how you end up with a blue goatee. Color me shocked that they were actually gathering intel and that they let it go all the way across. It's like that administration hates the country or something. Next, and finally, all right, this happened a few days ago, but it's going on in a lot of different places, getting it onto your radar, and I don't understand it. Like, I partly understand it, but I partly really don't, is all of these protests in the Capitol. It's like things have turned, and they're like, rather than talking about the victims or the Christians that were targeted, we've got to have the final victim to be the actual shooter. That's a problem. And people are filling these Capitol buildings, the big one that was in Texas, filling Capitol buildings to scream and to cry for a monster. I have a problem with that. We, as a society, have been tricked. To quote the movie The Usual Suspects, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled on mankind was to convince them he didn't exist. We've been tricked to stand and scream and to hold signs for stances that are against everything we believe in, everything we were founded for, and everything that I'm currently, and I know y'all are as well, continue to fight for. I'm Johnny B, reminding you it's okay to be white, it's okay to be a man, and it's okay to be Christian.